welcome back to Coco's Book Nook. I am Courtney, and today we are going to be going over all of my favorite reads. I have a complete even 50 for you today. Yes, I read 50 favorite books in the year, which surprisingly is not half because I have read almost 150 books so far. And yeah, like I vibed this year. Like that was all I have to say is I was vibing, and I chose some good reads and I chose some bad reads. So stay tuned for my worst books of 2024. So let's get into what I loved in the year of 2024. To start off, I read the Savage Bonds series with Becca over on her Patreon. And out of that series, I loved 3 of them: Deadlands, Badlands, and Bloodlands. This series is more of a vibe series, so if you don't like the vibe, you're probably not going to like the series, but I loved especially these 3 books right here. Next up, we have The Scepter, the Sword, and The Crowns of Oath and Curses, all by J. Bree. I absolutely vibed with the series this year. I'm excited and nervous to pick up the second book in this because I loved this one so much. So, praise. But this one was a favorite, along with the 2 novellas as well. And then we have The Lady of Darkness. I picked this up earlier in the year, and I had a vibe. Like, I liked it. That's all I have to say. And then we have Pitch Dark. This was a random TikTok buy, and I'm glad that I bought it. I bought the second book. This one has a lot of trigger warnings in it, so if you get triggered easily, this is definitely not the book for you. But for me, like, it hit everything, and it was, if you make me cry, I'm probably gonna love the book. Just saying, this one made me cry. And then to make Lexi happy over with Books with Lexi, I read 3 through 7 of Alice in Borderland, and I loved every single one of them. So, of course it made it on my list. And then Saga Volume 4, I read this volume this year, and I'm just loving those all of the Saga ones that I'm reading so far, so of course it made it on my list. And then we have September Doves by Emerson Hoyt. I picked this one up as an ARC earlier this year, and I absolutely loved this book. If you like Sons of Anarchy and you like that vibe, this is the book for you. Like, that's all I got was Sons of Anarchy vibe, and I vibed and I loved it. I love the second one too. So go pick up September Dove. And then we have Guile by Junji Ito. This one was a vibe. Like, that's all I have. It was a vibe. And then we have The Dark One. I read the first book last year, so I continued it this year, and it picked right up. Loved it. And then we have Lethal Vows by T.L. Smith. This one is dark. It's smutty. It's what happens when you run away from your life at 16 and it finds you. Like, it was great. Like, I fell in love with both of these guys. Like, it was the perfect combination of mafia and like regular life. Like, it perfect. And then I am not much of a contemporary romance person. Like, it's got to be certain books, but there was something about this one. I found these on TikTok. Model Behavior by Kelsey Ray. This one was fantastic. This one is about a sister who is kind of in an abusive relationship, and she just wants to be done. So she packs her shit up and she goes to where her brother lives. Well, her brother lives with 3 other guys, and she falls in love with one. And it's a fun time. Like, I like this one a lot. And then if you know me, you know these books are going to be 5 stars for me no matter what. Because it wouldn't be a favorite vlog without a Zodiac Academy book on here. We have The Heartless Sky and Fated Thrones. This one is 6 and 7. These I read this year. I'm slowly making my way through, and it's because I don't want it to end. But favorites, always favorites, because I just love Zodiac Academy. Like, I know a lot of people don't like this, but I'm addicted. That's all I'm saying. I'm addicted to Zodiac Academy at this point. And then we have Slaying the Shifter Prince. This one was a vibe as well. Like, I mean, come on. How could you not vibe with this? Perfect. That's all I gotta say. And then to ease my criminal mind's hurt, I read Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. This one I took with me when I went to visit my husband when we first started dating, and it was like, I read it in the 2 days that I was there. Like, it was done so, and I just couldn't put it down. Like, it was perfect for me. Like, I love this book. And we have Dead 11 by Jimmy Giuliano. This one I started at the beginning of the year and I never finished it. So I decided, I think in September, that I was going to finish all the books that I had previously started this year that I have not finished yet, which was a good 6 or 7 books. And this was one of them. And I'm like, okay, I just gotta finish it. Like, it's 90s vibes on the island, and it's spooky, and it's weird, and it's just, it's a me book. Like, that, it's just a me book. And then we have The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I didn't think I was gonna like this one, but there was just the perfect amount of banter in this one that made me love it. And it was one of those that I just could not put down. I was vibing, and like, this year was all vibes. Like, it's all vibes. And then we have We Used to Live Here. This one was talked about so much that I'm like, I need to pick it up. And it was a book club pick for one of my Patreons. And I just, like, it was the perfect amount of spooky and just kind of like, what the hell is going on? And just perfect for me. And then we have The Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. I ended up binging all 4 of them. I don't own the 3rd book, Whispers in the Mist. Drop a picture for you. They're, like, I don't know. Like, they just called to me, and they had my heart, and there's just something about, what was her name, Claire and this guy, Doran, that it was the weird zombie apocalypse relationship, and it just, like, it worked. These worked really well for me, and I loved the series in a whole. And then we have Incidents Around the House by Josh Malerman. This one I picked up because of Book of the Month, and it just had me. Like, it was spooky, creepy, weird, and the only thing I didn't like about this one is it's a very repetitive, but it kept you on your toes. Like, that's what I loved about this book. And then we had The Hollow Dead. This one is book number 4 in the Grave Keepers series by Darcy Coates, and I loved books 1 through 3, and this one was just hit that vibe spot and just kept giving me what I liked about the series. Next up, we have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. This one is either loved or hated in the book community right now, and it's just, it was my book. Like, this, new book boyfriend. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it was perfect for me. Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. This one is the special VHS, which, childhood nostalgia right there. Like, this one was just kind of those right time, right place books. Like, that's all it was. Like, it hit perfect when I read it. Like, that's all I got. This big hunker, The Priory of the Orange Tree. I don't know why I waited to read this. Like, it hit all of my perfect dragon spots. Like, this is my new dragon book. Like, that's all I have. It had my heart. Like, 900 pages of just what I like. The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Again, why did I wait on this one? Like, this one was the banter, the games, the mystery, why? And then it's like, oh, that does not make sense, but it does at the same time. Like, it's just, yeah, I'm binging the rest of the series in 2025. And then we have This Is Where We Talk Things Out. This one is a short little novella, and it was just kind of like on your toes, like, what is happening and why, like, and then the ending is very, very just cut dry. Like, you don't know she was saved, you don't know nothing, and it just stops. And I'm like, I need to know. But it had me on my toes, and it was just one of those, like, quick little, like, 100-page Kindle books. And I'm like, I didn't know, I need more. I'm like, but I loved it. So, and then we have Her Soul to Take by Harley Laroux. I ate this one up. Like, it was perfect, and I really, really enjoyed this one. It was a vibe. Like, again, we are vibrating, and this was one of those vibrates. And then we have Wayward by Amelia Hart. This one, again, was just the perfect vibes for me. We are witches, and we're going through 3 different time periods in here, and I like when a book jumps time. We get your ancestors' point of view, and then your grandma's point of view, and then your point of view. Like, I don't know why that works well for me, but I like seeing and hearing the history of why this stuff is happening as we go through the book. And I think, and it's got witches. Like, it was weird. It was creepy. It was just weird, and I loved it. Like, it's my vibe. And then we have Candy Cane Kills. This one was a short little Christmas novella, and it was the perfect Christmas slasher. That's all I got. I vibed, and I loved it. And then for non-5-star favorites, I have Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This one is a very, very slow burn book, and I ate it up. Like, I loved it. And we have The Carol Hunt by Darcy Coates. This one was, again, one of those that I started reading and stopped, and then I finished it, and I'm like, why did I wait? Why did I put it down? Because I actually really enjoyed this one a lot. And we have Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Again, another one that I just stopped reading, and I'm not a sci-fi person, but there's just something about this one that had me like, wait, whoa, stop. What? And then we keep going, and I'm like, what? And I'm just like, it had me in a chokehold. Like, and we have Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. This one was a vibe. People don't like this book, I know that, but this one worked perfectly for me. Krampus, the Yule Lord. Why would this not be on my favorites list? Because creepy Santa? Yule time? Come on. This was a fun read. It was weird. Very, very, very weird. But that's why I loved it. Like, go read it. And then we have The September House. This one, blood pouring from the wall. You have a blood river running down your... Dad goes missing. Daughter comes down. What the hell is going on? Oh, by the way, we have a maid that is invisible. Like, this one gave me season 1 vibes of American Horror Story. That is what I got, and I loved it. Like, just, I loved it. And then we have Court of Ravens and Ruins. that was on my bingo board for Cassidy's Patreon this year, and I ate this book up. Like, it was, I don't know why, but I loved it. Like, it was just a complete vibe. No, it's only a 4-star, but it was just one of those, like, what? And then, of course, I can't binge it because I have other things to do, but don't worry, I'll be binging the rest of that this year, this coming year. And we have Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This one, just, I loved it. Like, it was a vibe. That's all. It was a I love it vibe. That's all. I had a great time with Quicksilver. And then A Haven of Smoke and Ruin. This one is another zombie apocalypse book that is a why choose. Both books in the series so far are why chooses, and they just work wonderfully, and I had a great time with this. To round it off, my favorite book of the year is Mindfuck series by St. Abbey. I couldn't put this damn book down. Like, it had me so bad that I think I finished it in like 3 days. Like, it's chunky. There's 5 books in here, and I could not put this book down. Like, this is my favorite book of the year, and I'm now in a Criminal Minds binge because of this book. Like, I loved it so much. And that is all of my favorite books that I have read this year. There is a total of 50 books. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe in the comments, and if you've gotten this far, please leave me a star in the comments for your favorite book, or leave me your favorite books in the comments. Like, what did you read that you absolutely loved this year? Leave it down below, because I'm always looking for new favorites. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.